All right, my Sagittarius friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your monthly horoscope for July 2020. We've got an intense month ahead. There's not a lot of planetary movement. However, we have a very, it's digging deep. All this stuff. We've got Saturn moving from Aquarius back into Capricorn on the 1st of July. Okay, that's already behind us. We've got an eclipse coming up here on the 4th/5th, depending on where you're at. It happens at 12:45, 12:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So that's on the 5th. So a lot of people, it's going to be happening on July 4th. All right. Now this eclipse is very interesting, as this concludes 2 years of our lives. Let me show you the chart to show you exactly what's going on. Anything within 18 degrees of the nodes is what creates an eclipse, and these nodes move every 18 months, right? They move in this retrograde backward formation. All right, so North Node was here in Cancer, South Node was in Capricorn, and now they've switched to Gemini and Sagittarius. Again, anything within 18 degrees of these nodes is an eclipse. So this solar eclipse that we just had was here at 0 degrees of Cancer, okay? Really close to the North Node. A North Node eclipse saying go in this direction, okay? Well, this is a South Node lunar eclipse, okay? So this is letting go of emotions, lunar, our moon, our emotional needs. And what is this saying? This is suggesting that we need to focus on the end of the race. We need to focus on our objective. What we need, all right, is what we need is a Capricorn here. I mean, we're talking about Sagittarius, but in the sign of Capricorn, your second house is about being practical. This is about getting to the top of that mountain. This is about getting to the bottom of the mountain safely and then getting back up again. And you can't do that. None of us can do that if we're always talking about just our emotions. If we're talking about us and our feelings and our emotions and our, it gets overwhelming. We have to have a sense of practicality about us. Okay, so that's part of what this lunar eclipse is suggesting, as well, with the nodes shifting. The North Node being in Cancer is a lovely place, as it reminds us to be empathetic and caring and all this stuff. But at the same time, it was also a bit holding us back as far as saying, like, stay here, stay in your comfort zone, stay where it feels good and safe for you. So it's like sometimes where we feel good and say, oh, I don't ever want to get out of bed. Well, that means you're never going to get the money for you to do your job. You're never going to meet the individual that you're going to, spend your life with. You're never going to go out and have an experience because you're always staying in your comfort zone, your safe space. Okay. So the sun, ego, self is in that safe space place in Cancer. Mercury, or communications, in that safe place of Cancer here in your 8th house, which is also dealing with other people, shared resources. This could be dealing with, the occult as well, seeking out something that's very different or taboo, or this sex, money, power, like what is going on. You've got your head buried in, I don't know, maybe crime documentaries, dramas, or something like that. I don't know. So either way, Sun and Mercury in Cancer is saying, like, oh, just stay in your comfort state place. Don't go crazy. Pick your own battles, and that's certainly true. Or the North Node is suggesting, like, we have to get outside of our comfort zone. We have to get outside. We have to break free of this. Otherwise, we're gonna just be a puddle and die. And it's just like, that's not what we want. So, the North Node is definitely suggesting get outside of your comfort, be safe, and no matter what's going on in your life, but to break free of this small place that's holding us back, right? You're Sagittarius, you have to expand. You're ruled by Jupiter, right? King Jupiter. So King Jupiter is in your second house here, in Capricorn as well, where the moon's going to be, again, saying being practical. So you're going to have a lot of energy in your second house, which is about money, material possessions, goods, things. So we just had our second Jupiter-Pluto conjunction here in your second house, and this is definitely suggesting about, like, material possessions, wealth, things. Jupiter in Capricorn is always about a lack of abundance, although Jupiter in itself is about abundance. So, this could be, again, learning to roll with punches. Maybe we want this over here, but we have this instead. Or how do I say this? To being okay with having less, and that's okay. It's perfectly simple. We have Pluto, Pluto up there saying transform, change this concept of that I need more, that I need to be this consumer, just have all of these things and all these toys. And it's like, what does a human being truly need, right? So this connection with the South Node, this eclipse South Node, closely related to all that stuff in your chart, is suggesting that, can I be happy with less? Can I be happy with less? And what do I truly need to make me happy? All right. Now, on the 11th, Mercury here is going to station direct. Thank God. All right. So Mercury communication is going to open back up, communicating about our emotions. And again, finding the balance between communicating our emotions and what's just absolutely not necessary to communicate about. This is like business Capricorn over here. Emotions. It's just about finding this balance, finding the balance, practical, Anyway, so on the 11th as well, we have, so Mercury direct. We also have this cool aspect happening down here in your 5th house. This is creative self-expression. All right, this is Mars saying, like, look, you need to be you, Sagittarius friends. Okay, you need to fully be yourself. You need to fully be yourself and not want to be anything other than. Okay, so this is like healing part of the wounds of self. Okay, the moon is also going to be over here at the same time, so it's going to be the moon, Mars, moon emotional needs, Mars energy and motion, Chiron healing. All right, so this is healing part of our creative self-expression, part of the way that we communicate. So it's really beautiful that on the 11th, this is happening in your 5th house, as well as Mercury station direct. Okay, so that means you've learned valuable lessons about communication, valuable lessons about who you are as an individual and how you express yourself and how others see you, right? This is extremely valuable because this South Node here, this is in your 1st house, is saying there's part of myself, part of my genetic makeup, part of my communication, part of me expressing myself to the world that has to change. There's part of me that has to let go. I'm a Capricorn. Trust me, I get it. I've dealt with it all for the last 18 months while, this was hitting my sun at 8 degrees and everything as well. It's like there's parts of our personality that we have to let go of, that we have to, say goodbye to. So this is suggesting that, okay, there's something going on here that you just got to let go of. And this energy is suggesting that you're learning that and that's very valuable to you. Okay, now on the 14th, Mars and Chiron will be exact. Okay, so between the 11th and 14th is a very, very powerful time for you, and especially how you're expressing and communicating yourself, your heart's desires, communicating with other people here and other people that you want to travel with. Not travel with as far as like destination, but meaning like how you want to go with people, move forward with people. There we go. All right, now on the 14th as well, we have a really cool aspect. So Saturn here, now in Capricorn, your 2nd house, making that septile there to Neptune in your 4th house. This is about home and family. So this is about money and home. Okay, so maybe there's a move coming up for you. All right, that's getting very serious because finances are changing. So I'm going to move. Okay. This connection is going to be here till the 25th. All right. So this is a beautiful connection happening for almost the entire month. All right, enjoy this easy flow of energy. This is fate, the sweeping hand of fate, aligning things for you through your finances, through your home, through your family. Your wish is my command. Saturn says, I want to make this very real. This could even be, relationships with your parents, okay? Sagittarius friends. This is dad here, this is mom here. All right, so there's something going on that could be definitely with the siblings or siblings, could be with the parents, home and family front. Either ways, it could be the move. Something is changing, something is shifting, and this is something that you really want, you really desire, and you're very excited about it. Furthermore, on the 14th through all of August, okay, Neptune is going to create that same septile, that sweeping hand of fate and destiny to Uranus, breakthrough, okay? breakthrough in what? Your 6th house. This is about how you're giving back to other people. This is about the work that you do, the services that you do, and the services that you're putting out there to the world. Okay? So it's this beautiful, beautiful connection, again, of finances, home and family life to my services that I'm giving out to the world. Okay, so something is really coming into an alignment here for you, my Sagittarius friends, in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way. Venus here is going to be in your 7th house, all right, through the entire month. This is shining love and light here on your partnerships, romance. You know, this is also about romance down here. So what's romance could be turning into right, you see the sextile happening here. Could, started as a fling, could be really picking up and could turn into a very serious romantic partnership right now, as well as you have the North Node for the next 18 months, 16 months in your sign, is saying go in this direction of truly learning the other. Like, you're Sagittarius, you're ruled by Jupiter, the expansion of self. Well, this is saying, again, this is less about you, this is more about the other. And to really put yourself in the shoes of the other. And you're going to have an amazing, amazing month ahead. Now we also have another Cancer new moon here on the 20th. The moon's going to be at 28 degrees. Sun's going to be at 28 degrees of Cancer. Still in your 8th house, shared resources. So this is about, what's mine is yours, what's yours is mine. So something happening here with the work front, the home front. This is like, it's all lining up here. Something's going on. All right. So what's mine is yours. What's yours is mine. How do we expand and make our pool a little bit bigger? Then on the 22nd, the sun is going to enter its home sign of Leo, which is going to be your 9th house, suggesting a further seeking out knowledge, further seeking out new philosophies, looking into religion, education, ideologies, anything like that, any sort of like learning that's going to be coming up. To just expand your mind, and that's where you're at right now. Expand, because the more you know, the more that you're going to practically implement in your life, the more that's going to affect your work, your knowledge, your communication, how you're expressing yourself. So it's like all lining up in a really, really beautiful way. Again, there's not a lot of movement, but what's going on is extremely powerful, extremely impactful. Okay. So this is a serious month. This is, carving out the next 6 months of our lives. This here. And there's a lot of work to do, there's a lot of work to do in a positive way that's going to come out shining new on top. All right. So my Sagittarius friends, have a beautiful month ahead. Appreciate you as always. We'll see you tomorrow for the dailies.